drivers on the grid tonight. Dash lights glow in the quiet light. Helmets down, the pulse is high. A new season waiting for the green to fly. Kick drum rolling hard in time. Every driver on the line. One more year, one more fight. Eyes ahead into the lights. Breathing for the revs rise. Fighting cars and sharpened eyes. Hold the clutch, hold the line. Everything rides on the side. Green lights go when the world ignites. Engines screaming through the night. Every lap we chase the line. This is our season, this is our time. From the grid to the final turn. Every inch of speed we earn. Hold it flat, feel the climb. This is our season, this is our time. Cold air rushing through the bends. Mirrors full of rivals and friends. Every corner writes the page. Another chapter on the stage. Feel the grip, feel the flow. Trust the line and let it go. Every lap a chance to climb. Every second of the line. Green lights go when the world ignites. Engines screaming through the night. Every lap we chase the line. This is our season, this is our time. From the grid to the final turn. Every inch of speed we earn. Hold it flat, feel the climb. This is our season, this is our time. Lights fade out, the crowd is gone. But the season rolls on and on. Next race waiting down the line. Another shot at the perfect time. Green lights go when the world ignites. Engines screaming through the night. Every lap we chase the line. This is our season, stars on the grid tonight.
And a very big hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Formula V Trophy Series. Really looking forward to this. We're at Interlagos. Let's talk more about this track because it's an absolute ripper. Here are the details for it. We're on week 7 at the Autódromo José Carlos Pace, usually known for its ginormous elevation changes situated between two lakes. This is going to be an absolute slipstream fest throughout today. Track length is 4.2 kilometres long. Track temperature at the moment 20 degrees Celsius. The altitude just shy of 1,000 metres, located in Sao Paulo in Brazil. And we're just getting underway with qualifying. And as you can probably tell, I'm running a new graphics package. So even though I've been off sick, I haven't been resting on my launches. We're going to be able to do qualifying because those times down the bottom of the screen are going to give us an idea on who is on a quick lap. Now, I've got a bit of a caveat for today's broadcast. One, my throat obviously is still not 100% perfect. That's the first. Second thing is I'm using its brand new graphics package. It's not to where I want it at the moment. There's going to be mistakes. So if I stuff it up, I apologise in advance and there's half a chance. But once we get this sorted out, I can assure you we're going to take this broadcast to a whole new level, which I'm really, really looking forward to. At the moment, we've got qualifying underway, 10 minutes in total on board at the moment with Alexander Bugazrad, who's making his way onto the main straight and about to kick off. Robbie Wright's out there as well. Eric Legou has just completed a lap and will set sights on putting his first time in, and you can see across the bottom of the screen we know exactly where they're situated out on the track. And Nathan Maroney, who is looking to try and continue some pretty solid form, doing exceptionally well in the overall Formula V Championship at the moment. He's making his way around on his first qualifying lap, and hopefully for his sake he'll be able to be competitive here. I can tell you that after practice, the two quick guys were this man, Alexander Bugazrad, and also very, very quick, as you would expect, Eric Lancheres. Those two were battling out the fastest time in private practice. And Alexander just puts in the fastest first sector at the moment, fastest second sector as well, as he continues around trying to find a quick lap here to situate himself on pole. I would dare say a qualifying position in the top 5 would be just enough to be able to put you right into the pecking order, because as I say, slipstreaming is going to come into play here in no small way whatsoever. Alex has been beaten in that first sector, but not the second and third at the moment. As he continues on, we're right on board with him. I did a few laps here earlier and Alex was around 3 seconds a lap quicker than me, which is embarrassing for me. It gives you an idea of the level that this guy plays at. As he starts his run up onto the start-finish straight, and he'll clock up the first time. Eric Legou next out on the track. Leave Hellberg, then we go back to Rodrigo, his home track here today. The 87 car, we're expecting a good performance out of him. Let's see what our first time's going to be. They could be as low as the 57s here. 58s is going to be more about where they are. What have we got? Alex has got a 158.7. Rodrigo behind him, 159. Now Robbie Wright moves up to second. There goes Gabinski. Sean Gabinski, 159.3 for him as they all go back to pit lane. Eric Lancheres, let's join him out on the track. There he is, comes down across the line. Does he go quicker? What's he able to pull on the first lap? No, a 158.84 for him. So not that far behind Alexander. Bugazrad's on a bit of a flyer at the moment and looking to try and continue some reasonably solid form. There's his car making his way around on this warm-up lap before he sets sights on a flyer. Always that great livery of his car. David Gerard. Now, while I've been away, I've been following David Gerard's YouTube channel to keep up to date with what's been going on. Oh, and also a big special shout out to the mid-pack racer, Jason Archer McMillan, a great mate of mine who helped us out with commentary while I've been gone. The links to all of their YouTube channels are in the description down below too. So if you'd like to check them out, certainly check out David. He posts his POV of all of these races each and every week, and is a great bloke, quite entertaining. We're going to hear from him a little bit later in today's broadcast as well. He sets sights on a lap. Where's he at the moment? In 8th spot with a 159.875. Nathan Maroney in 7th. Robbie Wright in 5th. Gabinski in 4th. Christopher Cassiano, always there, Chris. Always there. Always contesting quick times and podium positions. We're expecting the same out of him today. Zach Plum is back in action today. Zach, not always able to come and race with us, and it's great to have him back for this round at least. He's got a new voice mod on his computer and was having a bit of fun prior to in the private practice session a little bit earlier on. So you could expect some weird stuff over his radio. We will have radio out throughout this race, so you'll be able to be well aware of what these chappies are saying. And I've adjusted the volume, so hopefully you should be able to hear it nice and clear when they do have something to say. Now, Eric Lancheres pushing very hard at the moment, sits in 2nd spot, and he was very quick in that final sector, so he's on a charge at the moment. Let's see what he can do on this flyer. He's going to be the first to set a 2nd flying lap by the looks of things. Further down the track, David Gerard hasn't been able to improve his time. He's in 9th spot. Eric Legault just about to cross the start-finish line. Where's Eric on the pecking list? Oh, sorry, leap, I mean. Here he is, about to come down across the start-finish line through this final turn. Difficult part of the track to get right. Eric Legault's behind him, but hasn't improved at this stage. Let's see if Leaf can improve. Sits in 11th. He's looking to try and beat a 159.879. Starts his long run up the straight. It seems to take absolutely forever. It's a lot longer when you're watching your Delta fade away as well. Comes down across the line as David Gerard goes back to the pits. Does Leaf improve? Time comes up. No, doesn't improve. What about Eric? Where is he at the moment? Alexander Boogersrud, look at him. He's absolutely flying again. Comes up onto the start-finish straight. He's got improvements in all sectors at the moment. 159.7 was his first time. What does he clock up now? Comes down across the strike, but I think he's pretty happy with that. 158.15. So he is flying. What can Eric do about this? Lancheres, the Canadian, hasn't improved on his sectors. Was a bit slow in sector number 1 after setting a very, very good setup. Final sector. Does he improve? Crosses the line. Waiting for the time to flash up. 158.84 is going to be his time. So not going to be good enough. Christopher Cassiano is crossing the line as well. 3rd spot goes 158.985 that time around. So does improve his time. Who else have we got? Nathan Maroney making his way around the back section of the track. He's clocked 2 green sectors, which means the fastest for him, but not the fastest of the session. Turns into the right-hander, gets on the gas, uses every piece of real estate, tries to keep it tight to minimize the amount of track being used. So far, he's looking to improve out of 9th. 159.56 is his quick time, and he may run out of time. We've only got 5 seconds left to qualifying. He's not going to make it. He is not going to make it. Neither is Chris Cassiano. So there you have it. Qualifying is done and dusted. Done and dusted. Wow. So let's take a look at the grid. Alexander on pole. Boogers Rudd leading them with a very quick time, a 158.15 for him. Then we've got Eric Lancheres of Canada, Christopher Cassiano in third. Sean Gabinski sits back there in fourth. Zach Plum, great to see him up into the top five. Robbie Wright, Russell Daly. Then we got Edward, Nathan, Rodrigo, David in 11th. So far back for him. And then Leaf rounding out the 12 that will take part in this. The runners are getting set. We're almost set to go for the running of the first race on the card. Eric Lancheres has the inside there as we stand by for the start. There's Eric getting set for this one from the helicopter view. He's got that inside line. Alexander will get the plum run, if you'll excuse my expression, Zach, into turn one. Zach sitting back there in fifth spot at the moment. Just waiting for Alexander to take the grid. Just one driver to come out, and that is Alexander. And we will be ready to go racing. Heat number one. There's Alex. Waiting for it. We're all set to go. The revs start to build. Here come the lights. Heat one gets underway. Nice clean start by the front group. Looks like Sean Gabinski just bogged down just a little bit. Looks like Alexander's going to try and lead them up into turn one on this first lap. Does so. Eric Lancheres in second. Christopher Cassiano third. Then we go back to Gabinski. Manages to hold down fifth spot. Robbie Wright sitting in behind him. Then in behind Robbie, it's Russell Daly. Behind Daly, Nathan Maroney, who's already picked up one spot. He's got Eric Snyder all over the back of him at the moment as they go rocketing down towards turn number three. And there's a battle up front as well. It's Eric Lancheres goes through to pick up the race lead through turn three. Look at these three. They've already pulled out a gap over Zach Plum in fourth, who's got Gabinski all over the back of him, and Robbie Wright looking racy as well again today. Down into the braking area they come. Eric protecting that inside line. Still cold tyres too, don't forget. So they need to bide their time and be patient. Eric makes his way through the twisty section of the Interlagos track. Interlagos, I should say. Alex following Boogers Rudd right in the slipstream at the moment. Chris Cassiano just a little bit slow through there. That gives Zach Plum the opportunity to sort of bridge this gap a little bit and get back into the slipstream, which is going to be vital. Now the man to watch is going to be Alexander. He's got slipstream coming onto the start-finish straight. They start their run up the hill. Already he's closing in on Eric. Closing in at a rate of knots. Along they come towards the start-finish line. Eric holding down the inside line. What can Alexander do? Here comes Cassiano. They're going to go three wide into turn one. Nothing good can come of this. Has Cassiano got the lead? He has. He's moved forward into first. Eric holds down second. Alexander third. Zach Plum. Now Gabinski having a great little battle with Robbie Wright, and Zach Plum right behind them. Then we've got Nathan Maroney, who's trying to bridge that gap. David Gerard sits back there in 11th spot at the moment. He's got a gaggle of cars around him. Let's see from his point of view. Snyder up in front. Tostes, Daly, all battling for position. Look at these guys up front here. They're going hell for leather as well. There's a big dive. Eric Legault trying to find a way around David Gerard, and I think he's managed to do it. Oh, that was very tight. Very, very tight. So Eric on a mission at the moment. Eric Lancheres has gone back through to take the race lead here. Cassiano back there in second. Now have a go at Gabinski. Gabinski all over the back at the moment of Zach Plum. Those two trading positions as they try and sort themselves out on lap number 2 of heat 1. 15-minute race here. Nice little battle going on. Rob Wright on the tail of this battle at the moment. Let's join it from his point of view. got a weird helmet, this boy. Onto the start-finish straight they come. He's got a classic view of the battle that's happening in front of him and further up the track as well. Nathan Maroney holds down 7th. Tostes in 8th. Daly in 9th. Legault rounds out the top 10. David Gerard, one position down off his start. Oh, Kabinski becomes a bit of a blinky bill. The battle up front. Alexander goes for the race lead. What can he do? He's got his nose in front at the moment. Cassiano and Eric Lancheres on the inside of him. Alexander goes through, picks up the race lead. Eric just compressed a little bit. His line through there was compromised. Loses about 0.2 of a second. That won't worry him too much. Then we go back to this battle with Gabinski, Plum. Plum's right in the slipstream. He's going for the move, looks to the inside as Eric also tries to battle for the race lead, or is he protecting Cassiano? He's protecting second and defending himself against Christopher Cassiano. Liv Hellberg's just moved forward one spot. He's in a great battle with David Gerard at the moment. I may have misidentified that. There's Hellberg on screen at the moment. Trying to find his way forward. Tostes on the inside of him. And then further up the track, Schneider on the outside trying to find his way forward. Back at the pointy end of the pack. Alexander Bugersrud down through the right-hander. Eric all over the back of him at the moment. Not letting him get away. Then we go back to Christopher Cassiano, who's got a plumb view of what's transpiring. And I got a feeling that Chris is going to try and battle for the race lead here. Gets a great run out of that final turn. Does Christopher Cassiano. Pulls out of the slipstream early. He had so much overspeed coming out of that turn. Eric is in the slipstream of Alexander, who's trying to give neither of these guys the slipstream at the moment. Positions his car right in between them. Cassiano gets it though. But will he get a second? No, he's going to back out and bide his time. Fastest lap set by Alexander Bugersrud, 158.591. Zach Plum still holding down 4th spot at the moment as Kabinski is all over the back of him. Then we go back to Robbie Wright, who's fallen off the back of this pack and is being hunted down by Nathan Maroney. Down towards turn 3 they come. Eric's got his nose in front. A beautiful slipstream. Moves forward, relegates Alexander. Back to second. Cassiano sitting right behind him. Now Alex goes for it down the inside. A brave move, but he's going to be on the outside coming up to the right-hander. And Cassiano all over the back of his exhaust pipe at the moment. Looks up the inside for second spot. Hangs Alex out to dry. Alex goes on with it, tries to do it round the outside. Cassiano's still there. And Gabinski keeping Zach Plum very honest as well, as they work their way around to complete lap number 4. Eric's still holding down the prime position at the moment. The 10 car makes his way towards the start-finish line. Alexander sitting right in his slipstream though. So you know which way this is going to go. They start their run up the hill, complete their 4th lap. 7 minutes left on the clock. And now Alexander going side by side, 3 wide as they start their run up the hill. Cassiano the outside. Alexander Bugersrud in the centre. Eric Lancheres the inside. Eric's going to have the run. Alex bows out of it. Cassiano, circumspect, tries to run side by side with Alexander. Does so, but loses a little bit at the second part of the first chicane. Or turn 2, if you prefer. And that gives just a little bit of breathing space now for our race leader. Not for long. Alexander dives down the inside. Moves forward one. Let's have a look at the battle box. There's the gap, as you can see. Nothing between the top three, and they are closing in on Leif Hellberg as well. Eric Lancheres dives down the inside. Those two absolutely side by side at the moment.
All good, man.
Lancheres leading the way. I am searching for something on my screen that can give us a little bit more. Let's see if the weather's changed. No, still, well, it's gone up 1 degree. Nothing significant there, though, as they continue on. Zach Plum still holds down 4th spot. Gabinski in 5th. Then we go back to Robbie Wright in 8th. In 7th, Nathan Maroney, unable to find his way forward, falling out of the slipstream, which doesn't help his chances too much. That's what's happening lap-wise. Lancheres in front at the moment, and Alexander just a little bit quicker on that lap, courtesy of slipstream. They're 3 wide, and Zach Plum wants to make it 4 wide going into turn 1. Are you kidding me? Cassiano stays wide. There's no change in position, but it's now a 4-way battle for the race lead. Zach Plum has found some great pace here. He's pulled away from Gabinski, who's trying to go with him, still in the slipstream. Up front, they're 3 wide again. Alexander's on the outside. He's compromised there. Cassiano goes forward. He's going to take the race lead here. Pushes Alexander wide, which was entitled to do. He left plenty of room. No harm, no foul. Not having a go there. And look at this. This is crazy racing. Only about 4.5 minutes left to go in this race. $11 of you watching this morning live, we appreciate that. Please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It would really help us out. Hope you're enjoying the action. If you're one of the drivers, don't give it the thumbs up. Just keep driving. You can do it later, you know? Cassiano all over the back of Eric Lancheres. He is driving him absolutely nuts at the moment. Zach Plum right behind him once again. Gabinski's back into this battle as well. So we've now got the top 5 all battling for the race lead. Zach Plum goes incredibly wide. Up front, here's the state of play. Let's go to the helicopter shot. Look at this. All in the slipstream, all closing in as they go rocketing towards turn 1. Now, here's the thing. Is Eric going for the race lead, or is he practicing for the final lap? You can see he was able to get in front by the time they reached the start-finish line. That's going to be imperative intel for him. Cassiano, now Gabinski, courtesy of Plum, going off track, has been able to get in front. Now moves up to 4th spot. Riding on board with Zach Plum. Down towards the first turn. Now they're getting defensive. Now it's getting serious. 3 wide up front. This is the view that Zach's got of what's transpiring here. Tell you what, Zach's doing a great job for a guy that hasn't been racing in the Formula V Trophy Series for some time, or sporadically. He's certainly got plenty of pace. Look at the congestion out here. It's like a Sydney taxi rank. Taxis diving for a fare. Gabinski around the outside of Alexander. Boogersrud holds the inside line. Cassiano, the race leader, tries to get a run on Eric Lancheres, who's holding down 2nd. Let's join him. Alex has been pushed wide. He got involved in some congestion there and goes back to 4th spot. Time is ticking down. Christopher Cassiano leads the way. Out in front by a good margin. Now that gap closes. as the slipstream starts to come into effect again. Onto the start-finish straight they come. Eric Lancheres sits in the prime spot. Gabinski not done with. And Robbie Wright starting to close in on this pack as well. He can just see them off in the distance. Up front, Christopher Cassiano leads the way at the moment. Lancheres looks around the outside, goes into first spot. He's got his nose just in front. Alex is sitting back there patiently in fourth. Gabinski has contact with Eric Lancheres. They run 3 wide into turn 1. Alex gets tagged by Cassiano as he tried to sneak up the inside, stuck his nose where it wasn't wanted, and didn't get a broken nose, but certainly got the idea that that's not the way forward. Lancheres leading at the moment as they come down towards turn number 3. Through that section of the track they go. Cassiano holds down second. Who was that? Gabinski flashing a little bit there. Just gets the flashes on. Cassiano sitting back there nice and patiently. This is the way it looks sector-wise for Cassiano. Bit slower on the first sector, but he's right in the slipstream and gains a little bit as you would expect. Laps ticking down, not long to go. Let's see what happens this time around. It is on for young and old. 15 minutes has expired. Who's going to take the victory? Cassiano sitting right in the slipstream as they start their run up the hill. Let's watch it from Alexander's point of view. He gets a run up the hill. Sitting in behind Cassiano. It's all on now. This is where it gets serious. Eric is in a bit of trouble. Cassiano gets a run. Here comes Alexander as they go 3 wide and start their run up the hill. Cassiano's got his nose in front. Checkered flag has come out, and Alexander is going to sneak through and take the victory here by the narrowest of margins over Christopher Cassiano. Eric Lancheres, who will be absolutely irate. Gabinski in fourth. Zach Plum, Robbie Wright, Nathan Maroney, Russell Daly, Rodrigo Tostes, Edward Schneider. Then we go back to Suleiman Khan in 11th spot, Leif Hellberg, Eric Legault, and David Gerard rounding out the top 14. Speaking of David, let's hear a few words from him.
Hi, David here. I just wanted to say, if you're watching Grant Boyden Racing and wanted to see the driver's eye view for some of his commentaries, then hop along to my channel, Bits. Definitely in the battle here, aren't we?
0.77.
And you can see all the mistakes and all the issues that Grant keeps picking me up on. Grant Boyden is the best commentator I know. I only know one commentator.
I've been kind to you today, my friend. I've been kind to you today. I haven't seen much of you, unfortunately, and I know that you're, pardon me, well, pardon me, this flu still got me. Way better than that. We expect to see you moving forward throughout this one. So there is the grid for this one. Alexander, Chris, Eric, Sean, Zach, Robbie Wright, Nathan Maroney, Russell, Rodrigo, Edward Suleiman, and Leif. Is David Gerard out? Yeah, he's out there. He's sitting back there in 14th spot at the moment. So grid up is the call. Let's go racing. This is the 7th round. Lights are on and we're about to get underway. Alexander off pole position. The lights count down and we are green. Let's go. Look at the smoke as they stand on the gas. Eric goes defensive straight away. Sorry, Alex goes defensive straight away. Moves to the inside. He thinks he's got the run. Tries to hold the outside line and does it beautifully down through turn 1. The rest of the pack get through nice and cleanly as we go back. Gabinski sits there in 4th spot. Then Robbie Wright, who's under pressure from Nathan Maroney already. Russell Daly, Suleiman Khan. Great to see him working his way forward in this one. Rodrigo has got Schneider all over the back of him. Schneider, a 2.2K driver, who's having a good run here at the moment. Looks to the outside, runs a little bit wide though. That's going to cost him. David Gerard sits back there in a 12th spot. He's picked up 2 positions after the start, and that's what he can see in front of him. Off in the distance, Alexander Bugathrad leads the way over Eric Lancheres. Gabinski in a 3rd spot. Now, Cassiano had an off track. Was that in this race? Oh, yes, it certainly was. Let's see what transpired with him. This is the replay of what happened a few moments ago. Looks like he has had contact. Let's take it from his point of view. We'll just replay that and see what transpired. Did he do it on his own? No, it looks like he was given some help. As we go back to the live action. Up front, Alexander still leads the way. He's got a bit of a gap over Eric Lancheres. Then Gabinski. Maroney. Maroney is on fire. He has moved his way forward. He's up into 4th spot. Nathan. He's got Robbie right on the back of him at the moment. And there is a decent gap off to Sean Gabinski. Alexander under pressure for the race lead as they come towards turn 1. Clocks the fastest lap. 2:04 on this 2nd lap. He'll get under that. Eric sits back there in 2nd, then Gabinski. Daly has made his way forward, up into 4th. Got a beautiful slipstream. Down the start, finish straight in the 07 car. Under pressure from Nathan Maroney at the moment. Maroney goes to the outside as they battle up front. Eric Lancheres goes through to the race lead. Maroney comes forward. Robbie Wright wants to go with him. Russell's not done with yet. Oh, he's missed a gear. He has missed a gear. Zach Plum's got a black flag too for jumping the start, I would assume.
Push up, Nathan.
And Robbie Wright says, go push up, Nathan. So what he's saying is we're going to work together, brother. Go forward. Let's see if we can close this gap to these boys up in front. If they start to battle, we're in there with a chance. So it's Eric, Alex, and Sean at the moment. And Cassiano, after having issues, where is he? There he is. Trying to regather and see if he can move forward. But you can see the gap to David Gerard, who's now up into 9th spot. David's in a nice little battle as well. He's got Eric Legault in front of him and Leif Hellberg in 7th spot as they come forward. Now Eric Lancheres holds down the lead at the moment. Alexander going for the move. Onto the start, finish straight. Oh, very close between the two. Gabinski sitting back there patiently. Fortunately, he stopped blinking. Now Suleiman Khan is out of this one. He had a crash a few moments ago. We'll go back and check that out in just a second.
We're going to catch him. Alex is dragging him away from us.
That's Nathan Maroney saying that I don't think we're going to catch them, and Robbie's saying, let's go. He's motivating him as they go through turn 1. Let's check out the situation with Sully Khan. What happened with him? Oh, just got up on the ripple strip, turned it round and put it into the wall. So he's out of this one. Back up front, Alexander has run side by side. Now Gabinski gets into the battle. He's bump drafting. He is bump drafting this man. Eric Lancheres. So they're side by side. Gabinski with the fastest lap, a 1:58.55 for him. Alexander goes back to the race lead. Then we got Russell. He's got Maroney all over the back of him as these two are battling out the minor positions of 4th, 5th and 6th. Nathan goes forward into 4th. So it's now 3-way dice for that 4th spot. Further back in the pack, Robbie Wright. Then we go back to David Gerard, who's managed to get round Eric Legault and Leif Hellberg. Leif was leading this gaggle of cars last time we checked in with him, but he's lost 2 spots. And David, who's a very quick man on his day, 3.2K rater in the IR stakes and very good safety rating too. Doesn't like to get involved in issues. There's Eric. Christopher Cassiano trying to work his way forward. After that off, sits back there in 10th. That's going to hurt his championship aspirations. By the way, at the end of this, we're hoping that those championship results will flash up on screen, but we will see. Onto the start finish straight. They come in the feature. Side by side. Eric Lancheras gets his beak back in front. But not done with yet. Is Alexander holds that inside line as they go side by side through here. This could be scary. Alexander backs out of it. Gabinski's got a great run here. Can he capitalise? Can he find his way into the race lead? The Bumblebee livery is about to sting. He's giving Alexander a nice little helping hand. Moves up into second as a result of that. Lancheras has got the inside line though. Looks like Sean is content to sit there at the moment. He's got the fastest lap. He knows the slipstream will work for him. And maybe that's good enough as we ride on his skirt tails at the moment. Alexander runs a little bit wide. Gabinski looking up the inside, decides to back out of it. Doesn't want to regress this. Behind him, nothing in his revision mirror at the moment. Maroney holds down fourth again. But those three are battling in earnest. And it looks like I think we have lost somebody because there's Nathan Maroney. Oh, no, there he is at the back. Russell Daly lost a couple of positions. He disappeared off my timing monitor, and I wondered if he'd had an issue. Gabinski starting to get a bit flashy again. I mean that in an internet way, not in a the man should be arrested sort of a deal. They start their run up the straight to complete lap number 4. Almost at the halfway mark. Just past the halfway mark. Like I always say,
It like pulled me into you.
there's 3 types of people in this world, those that can count and those that can't. Alexander apologising to Eric for giving him a little bit of a nudge. It was a bit harder than anticipated. Oh, Gabinski locks up a brake and almost runs into the back of our race leader. That gives Alexander a beautiful run into second spot. And he's asking for a push. Sean, push me. We're out of the slip. We are in trouble. Could this be the break that Eric's looking for? You can see he doesn't want to give the slipstream. Now, Gabinski is pushing. Gets out of it now. That's scary to do in a Formula V. That can either go very, very well or very, very bad. One of the two. Lancheras has had that gap diminished courtesy of these two working together. The Canadian wants the victory here. All to be done. What's happening with Maroney? He's got a battle on. Robbie Wright and Russell Daly working with him or against him, depending on which way you want to look at it. In behind him, Eric Legault. Christopher Cassiano has found his way up into 8th with a commanding performance here, showing the speed we know he's got. Trying to line up Eric at the moment.
Nathan breaks early there, Ross.
He's got, gives him a little bit of a touch there. Backs out of it. Lots of gibber happening up front.
Get fucked, Nathan.
Zach Plum, what's Plum on about? Having a go at Nathan Maroney. Why not? Why not? That's what Nathan's there for. Eric Lancheras has Alexander all over the back of him at the moment. They start their run towards the start-finish line to complete lap number 5. Alexander on the outside. Booger's Rudd wants to find a way through and see if he can skip away, but you can't do that.
Come on up.
Robbie Wright encouraging Nathan. Let's go, let's go. They've almost dropped Russell Daly off their slipstream as well by the looks of things. So that's huge. That's huge for them. Let's bring up the battle box. Yeah, Daly's out of that slipstream. Up front, Alexander tries to hold the outside line. Eric on the inside. They use every piece of real estate and then a bit more. As you can see, now Gabinski's going to help out Eric, is he? No, Alexander's got the inside line here. He will maintain the lead. Can Eric stick on the outside, or is he going to back out of it? No, he backs out of it. He's a smart man. He knows how to race these things. And how to stay alive, more importantly. As we ride on the skirt tails of Sean Gabinski as he watches this battle up front. Oh, Eric and Alexander. I think Alexander's just made a slight mistake there and caught Eric on the hop as they start their run towards the final turn. Again. Here they go. Eric sitting right in the slipstream.
Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing.
Does he get a run? Nathan Maroney being told, push, push. They're 4.8 seconds off Sean Gabinski at the moment. Here we go. Alexander in front being given a helping hand from Gabinski. Down across the straight they come. Eric Lancheres. He'll be, what about me? Where's my turn? So Gabinski moves to second. Lancheres goes back to third, but he has got a lightning run, an absolute lightning run through turns 1 and 2, and he is going to be gone. He's going to get third, second, and now the race lead. On fire. Just a beautiful run through those first 2 turns, and he's gone forward. David Gerard has had an issue. Let's see what happened with him. David Gerard goes down through turn 1. Is there action up front? There is. A car spun. 2 cars have spun. And as a result of that, Leith, Hellberg, and who was the 07 car involved in that as well? Maroney has had an issue. Zach Plum has come back out. Now, has he? He's crashed on the exit of the pits, according to my screen. Okay. All has gone crazy here. All has gone crazy. Lancheres out in front at the moment. Let's go back to the race lead. As we go back to the live action. Lancheres over Alexander and Gabinski. Robbie Wright has got round Maroney. Now, Nathan Maroney has had an off. So he's had issues there. Fallen back through the pack. Went off track a few moments ago. Here's what happened. And Robbie did a great job not to collect him. So Nathan's woes continue. But he's back on track, up front. Side-by-side action. Lancheres and Alexander. Boogersrud's got the run at the moment. This is on board with Eric.
You guys gonna fight it up there or what?
As Robbie wants the battle to continue. They're side-by-side at the moment. 3 wide through turn 1. Come off it. And they managed to do it. That's the insane thing about it. Not that they attempted it, but they did it without contact. Gabinski wants the race lead. Where is he going? Left, right. Now he's going to Alexander. He's going to give him a bit of a push. He's doing that. Ah, favoritism there by Gabinski. Lancheres not getting much help in this one. Now Gabinski's got the run on Alexander, so the help didn't last long. Holds him on the tight line, compromises his entry into the right-hander, sticks on the outside, the Hornet. What could he do under brakes? Does he get through? No. It's situation status quo. Now Robbie Wright has got a little bit of a gap at the moment back to Russell Daly. Christopher Cassiano up into 6th spot and may even go forward from here as he looms in on Russell Daly. The gap just under 2 seconds, around about the 2-second mark at the moment. So he may be able to achieve that. We'll keep a close eye on him. Up front, 8 laps down, time ticking away. Lancheres with the race lead. Alexander sitting right behind. Then we go back to Gabinski. Gabinski in the slipstream at the moment as they make their run towards the start-finish line. Who's going to get it? Alexander pulls out. He's got the slipstream. He's going for the victory. Nothing Eric Lancheres can do. And they try and go 3 wide. Gabinski has got it. Gabinski with a blinder on the final lap. Held that spot beautifully. Goes through in the slipstream. Takes the race victory over Alexander Bugersrud. Then we go back to Eric Lancheres. Robbie Wright. Robbie Wright finishes in 4th spot. Russell Daly, who's tapped out. Christopher Cassiano works his way back into 6th. Then we've got Eric Legault. Well done for him. Nathan Maroney, he'd be disappointed. David Gerard would be one of those as well. And Leif Hellberg rounds out the top 12. Zach Plum and Suleiman Khan unable to finish that race. Speaking of Robbie Wright.
Hi, I'm Rob. I run the Formula V Trophy League in iRacing, league number 13632. If you're looking for something faster and more exciting than the regular V races, join the Formula V Trophy League. We race at 5 paid tracks, which equate to 6 races, including Sebring, Imola, Interlagos, Brands Hatch, Suzuka, 2 ovals. So you're going to get a lot of racing that you won't get on the regular schedule. We run heat races, 15 minutes each race. We run Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you there.
Yeah, you'll certainly get racing that you don't get anywhere else. There are the results of the, that's qualifying. Let me see if I can bring up the feature race. Feature race, this is the way they finished up. Sean Gabinski, well done, Sean. A great effort. Degenerate Motorsport. Alexander Bugersrud finishes in 2nd. Eric Lancheres in 3rd. Robbie Wright is in a 4th. Got to be in it to win it. You certainly do. Russell Daly in 5th. Christopher Cassiano, Eric Legault. Then we go to Rodrigo Tostes, Nathan Maroney, David Gerard, Edward Schneider. Then we go back to Hellberg, Zach Plum and Suleiman Khan rounding out the results there. Now, we were hoping that the points would automatically come up. They're not doing that at the moment. We will endeavour to bring you those in the not-too-distant future. Hope you've enjoyed all of today's racing action. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be doing it again next Monday. Hopefully my voice will be a little bit better by then. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And if you've got any comments about what you've seen, feel free to put the comments in the description down below. And if it's a sledge on one of the drivers, I'll make sure they hear about it. Talk to you next week. Bye for now.
Cold tires on the grid tonight. Dash lights glow in the quiet light. Helmets down, the pulse is high.